everyone. In today's lesson, we're going to learn how to calculate percentage increase. I'm going to be here to guide you step by step, and without much further ado, let's go straight into our lesson. So starting off, of course, you'd be wondering how to calculate percent increase. And there are three steps you can follow. So the first thing would be to subtract the new price from the original price. The second step is to divide the new value by the original price. And the third step is to multiply that sum by 100. Now I'm going to supply a formula so you guys know what that looks like. That's the previous slide was the word version, and this one it shows the formula. All right, so as long as you remember those steps or remember the formula, I like to remember the formula because I'm a visual learner, but either or is fine. Then apply that and plug in the values, and you should be okay. Now we're going to put this into practice. All right. So our very first example says a limited edition comic book from the 1980s grew in popularity over the years. Originally, it was $40 during the 1980s. Now, in 2026, it is $1,400. What is the percent increase? So I know that the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my new value and subtract that by my old value. So 1,400 minus 40 gets me 1,360. So now I'm going to take that 1,360 and divide it by my old value. And when I do this, I get 34. So now I have 34. I'm going to times this by 100 and I get 3,400. All right. So that is a 3,400% increase. Going on to my second example, the question says a pair of shoes have increased over a certain time period due to inflation. In the 2000s, a pair of shoes may have cost $50. It's supposed to say cost, not cost. In 226, those same exact shoes cost $85. What is the percent increase? So now I'm going to take my new value and I'm going to subtract it by my old value. 85 minus 50 gets me 35. Now I'm going to take 35 and divide it by my old value, and I get 0.7. Now, if you input this a calculator, you might have to round it up or something, or something like that, because it might come off as a really long number, and you don't want to put that in. So as long as you know like where to round it off, you should be fine. So 35 minus 50 gives me 0.7. And I'm going to take 0.7, I'm going to times that by 100, and I get 70. So that means this is a 70% increase. Going on my third example, it says a batch of cookies used to cost $4 to make. Now a batch of cookies costs $12 to make. What is the percent increase? So I'm going to take my new value and subtract that by my old value once more. And 12 minus 4 gets me 8. I know 8 divided by 4, which is my new value being divided by my old value. That gets me 2. And of course, I'm going to do 2 times 100, and I get 200. So that means this was a 200% increase. And now, I do want to say you're probably wondering, why would you even want to calculate this? This might seem silly. But if you're calculating for like inflation or really to see the difference in the price, it is a very good way to know what this skill can do for you. It's very good to have this skill. But that's all for today. This is Ari the Math Tutor signing off, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.